I don't know about you, but before I got pregnant, I used to hear this a lot, that breastfeeding is painful. I agree, but what they didn't tell us is the pain is temporary. Like, it's just for a certain period of time, like few days or weeks after childbirth during breastfeeding. Now, what causes this pain is because your breasts get engorged. Okay, and what is breast engorgement? It is basically your breasts getting overfilled with milk. Okay, and then there's little milk being removed from your breasts or not. So basically it is just a mismatch between the amount of milk being produced, okay, by your body and the amount of milk being removed from your breasts. So there are various reasons why your breast might engorge in frequent feedings, like what happened to me the most, because when I gave birth I was still a student, so I would go to class and then come back in the house in the evening to breastfeed. So you can just imagine, at that time my breasts were on fire. Let me tell you, that thing is painful. Anyway, another thing is that maybe when you change the frequency at which your baby feeds, for example, when you want to start weaning the baby, you might now reduce the amount of time you breastfeed so that the baby can start feeding, right? Can feed on other foods. Or maybe you just want to stop breastfeeding completely. Sometimes your breast gets engorged. Just to mention a few, when your breast gets engorged, this is how you'll feel. Number one, they'll be very swollen, very full and tender to touch. Another thing, they'll be hard, very firm and tight, and you'll feel some type of heaviness coming from your chest. Another thing, the skin around your breast will be very shiny, and sometimes you'll notice veins from your breast, because now of course there's also increase of blood flow in that area. The nipples might flatten, right, making it so hard for the baby to latch, and that's why sometimes you realize that when the baby tries to latch during that time, it becomes painful and it will traumatize your nipples, leading them to crack, which is another pain. Okay, another thing you'll notice is that your armpits, the lymph node in your armpits might swell, so when you touch you'll feel some lumpy, some lumpy sensation and things like those. Rarely, but sometimes you might also end up being feverish, and I hope at that point you know when to see a doctor. Up to there, have you learned something? Because if you have, why don't you like the video and follow me for more Let Mother tips? Because in my next video, I'm going to teach you how to care for your engorged breast.